When we talk, when we walk that walk of inclusivity and of welcoming and celebrating it, right? We are doing that because we believe it, and in no way is it to convert.
So you're not grooming.
Oh, what? Ah, yeah, I'm grooming people for love,
Okay,
right?
I like that.
Well, quite frankly, it's none of your business. My junk is none of your business, right? So honestly, really,
I almost want to make that the title of this video.
my junk is none of your business. You know what? Generally, the things I have found that have changed folks' minds are people and their stories and relationships. The times that I see people really changing is when and unfortunately it always puts the work on the oppressed. It's when somebody finds out their grandchild is trans and they already love them.
Yeah. Yes.
That's when love wins, right? Love will win over the hate that I don't understand this and don't get it. And sometimes those are the biggest converts, right?
Those are the biggest converts. I've experienced two different scenarios. I've experienced the scenario where you have a family member who discovers that their child or grandchild is trans. From the example I'm thinking of specifically, they weren't necessarily had any problems with that. They are Christian. They never expressed any issues with it. This person's they believe themselves to be inclusive, and they never really gave evidence to suggest that they weren't. However, when they found out their grandchild was trans, it really forced them to look inward to find out where their shortcomings were and if their behaviors were inappropriate or what they said. Now, I can say, because I know this person, that I never witnessed anything like this, and I genuinely believe that they weren't transphobic or anti-trans. But fortunately, this person went on a journey to improve themselves, to learn the terminology, and to embrace their grandchild, who also had other underlying issues that made it difficult for this person to transition. So it was good to see. Now, conversely, I have seen where families have literally kicked out their child or grandchild, and sometimes they're minor children, from the home.
Yeah.
And out of fear, sometimes children will not live authentically, even into adulthood.
Absolutely.
Right? It's not until they get the freedom, to go off to college or university where they're away from their household. But even then, a lot of times the parents are responsible for maintaining their livelihood.
Right.
So they don't want that message to get back to them. So this is where I agree that having a family member or a close friend that you care about already and finding out, that's powerful, but
it's not available to everybody.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Right? And I mean, and here's the thing. So I know within this congregation, churches are old people. We're full of old people.
Yeah.
And you know what? We are full of old people that have love to give.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And when you know this is a safe space, you come. That's why we have Queer Kid Bible Camp.
Yeah.
So that we can have intergenerational things, not just so that you know that you're loved by God, but so that we can give you a family, right? And I mean, chosen families are more important even than those that we are born into.
Yes. Oh, yeah,
they're born
definitely.
Out of need.
Yep.
And here's the thing that I think is so important. One's gender or sexuality is not a choice. It is never a choice. Because I'll tell you, if it was a choice, nobody would pick the hard road, right? It's just not our nature, right? Maybe the odd person is contrary, but it's a challenging road.
Very challenging.
And so nobody's trying to convert anybody, right? Nobody wants somebody to have to go through a difficult lifestyle.
It's ice skating uphill, right?
Exactly.
You're not going to want to put yourself through that.
But so when I preach inclusivity, when we talk, when we walk that walk of inclusivity and of welcoming and celebrating it, right? We are doing that because we believe it, and in no way is it to convert.
So you're not grooming.
Oh, what? I'm grooming people for love,
Okay.
right?
I like that.
To open up their minds, open up their hearts, because we've all got enough love to go around. But here's the problem, here's the big thing. When you preach against it, you are actually causing harm to people.
Unquestionably.
Unmitigated harm.
Yeah.
And that can cause and will lead to death. You are preaching the death of folks, whether it is spiritual, mental, emotional, or physical. When you preach anti-LGBTQ messages, when you preach anti-queer messages, you are preaching hate, and you are contributing to the death of folks.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't understand how they don't see it as hateful. I don't get it.
It's beyond hateful. Like, it causes immeasurable harm. You know what? Somebody flying a pride flag is never in a million years going to cause the death of somebody. Right?
Absolutely.
Hating that pride flag absolutely will lead you along to absolute damage. Absolute, without a question.
This isn't necessarily a spiritual related question, but a question that I like to ask people from every background. I guess it's not even a question. I'm just, but what I see when they talk about, look, just keep it in the closet. Just keep it in the closet. I don't want to know about it, right?
Then don't go to a gay bar.
Right, exactly. But
what don't you want to know about? Because it's none of your damn business what people are doing in their bedrooms.
Well, and what I'm worried about is that, and as a former teacher that taught rhetoric and debate, I don't like slippery slope arguments, but I'm going to make one. I'm worried that this is the first step of 7 steps towards an absolute genocide of the 2SL community.
Right. So we got to talk about equal footing, right? Yes. So if hetero people can hold hands in public, gay people can queer people can hold hands in public. I don't care what that looks like. If you can pick and choose whatever makeup, hairstyle, and clothing you want, then everybody else can pick whatever hairstyle, makeup, whatever gender they present. If you get to choose your pronouns, they get to choose their pronouns. If you can't have public sex, they can't have public. It's just, this is so simple to me. I do not understand why it's so complicated.
I don't understand.
If I'm allowed to do it as a relative heteronormative, and I say relative because that's just kind of where I fell, and no woman has asked me out yet, right? No trans person has asked me out yet. God only knows where I'll be in another 10 years. Because I do think it is that fluid. I think I ended up in one box because I only had 3 boxes to choose from.
Yeah.
I don't think that was the answer. But yeah, I think it's a matter of equality and of equity. And honest to God, get your mind out of people's pants. Stop worrying about what they're...
Stop worrying about what they're doing. Yeah. And stop worrying what's in their underwear.
Yeah.
In their pants.
Get out of their underwear.
Get out of their underwear.
But it's such a big, bizarre thing. I never realized how much I was focused on that until I realized. Because I remember the move from when I refused to be called Miss or Mrs. Go for Ms. because it's none of your business whether I'm attached to somebody. Well, quite frankly, it's none of your business. My junk is none of your business, right? So honestly, really,
I almost want to make that the title of this video.
My junk is none of your business. But it's so true, right? So just that kind of equity of whoever wants to hold hands, holds hands. Whoever wants to kiss, kisses. Whatever clothes you want to wear, you wear your clothes.
If you want to fly a Canadian flag, I'm going to fly a pride flag.
They're all the same.
And it's ironic because they're not, like...
They're being equated.
Yeah, they're being equated, and when they're not. One is a national identity that's completely artificial. The other one is who you are as a human being. I'm Canadian, but that doesn't...
By passport.
By passport. And
by accident of birth.
By institution, right? But who I am as a human is baked into my DNA.
But I will tell you this, as, again, relatively heteronormative straight white woman, I feel safer going into a building that's flying a pride flag than I feel going into a building flying a Canadian flag right now.
Or a bunch of them, especially a bunch of them.
If I see two, I'm out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.